What we're going to talk about today, and that's what I woke up to, is pure garbage. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to try and hold it together because I'm pretty fired up, but in a good way. I love it when haters are you just know haters are going to hate. And you know when someone's losing, they start grabbing at straws or grasping at straws and doing anything they can to hold any sort of semblance of winning, but they're failing. We're going to talk about the presidential election. We're going to talk about businesses. We're going to talk about real estate today. But let me start out with this little gem right here. Oh, look at that dude. All right, look at it. He showed up. He's not on vacation today. Although that might be a green screen. He might be sitting on a beach letting children rub his hairy legs. I didn't say that. Those are his words. Let's start with this really quick, and then we're going to sound off.
Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Tina is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we know the Puerto Rican.
All right, here we go. So the garbage he's talking about are Trump supporters. So let's do this real quick. I'm not going to get you to speak that out loud. What I want you to say is, I'm voting for Trump. If you're planning on voting for Trump, if you want to vote for K-pop, you're totally welcome. That's why this country is awesome. We have freedom of speech and the right to vote. So sound off right now. Either you're voting for Trump or you're voting for K-pop. Sorry, I got to say K-pop because they're manipulating the algorithms and the social media sites. So here's the deal. He is going to win by a landslide. I know this to be a fact, and a lot of us do, right? If you agree, type 1. And right now, you know, it's funny because there are so many people out there in the world that are easily manipulatable. And when I say a lot, I'm referring to about 5 to 10%. So it really isn't a lot. The majority of the people, especially people here, look at everybody voting for Trump. I'm going out and getting my ballot in today, and I am seeing an implosion of the economy. I am watching businesses close down. I'm going to film today a video. See, Attic Renewal wants everyone to remember to vote for Trump. He even put some money on that. Thank you so much. So here's the thing. I'm going to meet with Garrett Sutton, great attorney. We're filming that incorporation class today. You know, he's been writing books. Shoot, one of the first books I ever read were Inc. and Grow Rich. And business is down a little this year. And the truth is hiding in plain sight right in front of you. The economy is imploding. That's why we went through a massive banking correction in 2023. It's just the beginning, just the tip of the iceberg. And we are seeing businesses shut down. We are seeing businesses claim bankruptcy. We are seeing people being laid off. I talked to Ted Sutton the other day. I said, how's business been this last year? He goes, numbers are down. He goes, the amount of people starting businesses are down. That is a fact. There's no doubt about it. And I'm like, well, guess what? The ninja's here. And we're going to bring this back. Because in 2025, as the truth comes out, after this election, that's all they've been holding this back for, this deluge of information that's going to hit you. You are going to see all this truth come out and bad things happen in the economy, which were already happening. They're just going to tell you about it, right? They're going to say, oh, Trump's in. It's time for a recession. You're like, what? And, Trump's in. So now, you know, all the banks are crashing. Here you go, Trump. Yeah, it's because because they voted you in. See what you get when you vote for garbage, right? So that's what Biden's saying. He's calling all of you garbage. All right, here's the good news. And I want you to feel really proud and smile right now, because this is the time to be proud. There are a lot of times in my life where people bet against me. Matter of fact, most of my life, people told me I was wrong. They'd laugh, they'd scoff, they bet against me because my theories were always ahead of the pack. And that wasn't some premonition or psychic ability or being prophetic, okay? That's just logic overcoming, taking facts and putting them together. It's pretty easy to see. And this is a sad moment of the video, but a subscriber, a guy that's really in the know, he's got a lot of really good friends and acquaintances. He's really tied into the national business scene. I can't even begin to say this guy knows a lot of people. And he sent me a LinkedIn post from a gentleman that was sad and he'd hit his last moment where he goes, hey, I was laid off a couple years ago, if I remember this story right. And he goes, I'm at my wit's end. I've applied for like 200 jobs. I cannot get a job please somebody hire me. And I asked him to reach out to him. I'll have him on the channel and talk to him, because he's a business professional and he can't get a job. Well, see, the thing is that we all know the truth. We know what's going on and we're being lied to our face. Well, you know what? That's okay. And I'm going to say it again. It's okay. Smile and know that you're on the right side of the future of what's coming, because you are going to be picking up the pieces as about 10% of the nation wails and cries, and they start freaking out and start getting upset because of who the president is. And a lot of people are going to go running for the hills or possibly leave the country because they're about to be found out. B. Diddy. You're going to see some amazing things happen. I want to get into this house sale thing. Sorry that I picked a really weird spot. It is bright. Holy cow, it's bright. Let me get some shades going on. Housing numbers just exploded, right? I'm going to tell you right now, I believe they're a complete lie, and you're going to see them revised down. Oh, there you go, Ninja. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? And I've been reporting on this housing downturn, and we are well into a downturn. And just because 1 month comes out and goes, oh, look, pending home sales exploded, you have to look at the truth. I'm going to show you a chart here. This is a chart of U.S. existing home sales, right? They slumped to a 14-year low, but new home sales in September surged. So today's pending home sales data is the tiebreaker for what is a crap show in the U.S. housing market. So the truth is September is one of the lowest months annually for home sales. So this is a very odd month, right? And I have to remind you, I did videos about this a year ago saying, hey, right before the election, right before, all of this Democratic controlled media is going to come out and say, hey, all this stuff is great. Everything is awesome. All right. So look, this is the pandemic, right? When nobody bought homes, everything got shut down. I was an agent back then. We couldn't show any homes. Then all of a sudden, boom, and things started opening up. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Crap this whole time, right? Housing market's imploding. And then all of a sudden, this little beacon of light pops up right there. That's September. That's not supposed to happen in those months. And then that is equating to as good as it was during the pandemic boom times, right? Okay, I'm telling you right now, before I read this story to you, because I haven't read it, that this is going to be revised and this is going to be changed. And they're going to go, oh, crap, it didn't really happen. Oh, I'm supposed to remind you, if you guys want, Dylan told me a bunch of people were asking if we were still selling the pre-filming of the LLC course. LLC Incorporation Tips and Tricks course. If you are interested in starting a business or upgrading your business from a sole proprietorship to that, it's $20. It's down below. It's a no-brainer price. And I'm going to film it today. So that course should be done like a week and a half. All right. It says here, it says, and the winner is, it says pending home sales surge 7.4% month over month. That is massive. Versus a positive 1.9% expectations in September. That is the biggest month-on-month jump since the COVID lockdowns. The giant jump sent the year-over-year sales print to a positive 2.16% year-over-year. The first annual gain since November of 2021. It says contract signings rose across all regions of the country as buyers took advantage of the combination of lower mortgage rates. All right, this is the stupidest thing ever. Okay, so who read that crap? Oh, crap, it's from NAR chief economist Lawrence Young. He is the biggest lying. Oh, wait, I gotta be nice. Sorry. Lawrence Young, he's just a mouthpiece for the NAR. That's all he's doing. In 2007, Lawrence Young actually was being called out by nations realtors around the nation. Type 2, if you guys remember this. Most people don't know this. For being the biggest liar in the industry, saying the industry wasn't collapsing, things are great, there's no way homes can fall. So by their time they're starting to fall in 2007, people are calling Lawrence Young, yeah, you, the liar, right? So they upgrade him from economist to chief economist. So now he's the biggest. He got away with it, right? He gets, okay, Lawrence, go over there. So, so interest rate. So let me just lay this out to you. This is how it worked out. Mortgage rates, 30-year fix, went from like 7% to 6.25%. Okay, that's without discount points. Okay, that they weren't low in comparison to where they've been by any stretch of the imagination for the last 12 to 14 years. Okay, all right. So this jump in pending home sales that spike right there, I believe you're going to see them retrace and come back and go, oh, yeah, we miscounted, because that's what they're doing. For the last 6 to 8 months, they've been well, actually, for the last couple of years, actually, let's just be honest, the last 4 years, they've been miscounting a lot. And they've been doing it on purpose, just to hide some things from us. And so I'm not letting that sway me. And I got to be honest with you, when people bring me this kind of data, and people are going to be just like, especially the real estate agent YouTubers, like, oh my gosh, look, it's coming back. No, it's not. Dead cat bounce. There's nothing to see here. But it's actually sort of fun to watch, right? Thank you so much, Brian, for the super chat. The truth is that if you're getting ready for this, and I have to be honest with you, like, I'm going to an auction today. I'm attending an online auction for properties. I get to see what's going up for sale behind the scenes. I get to see some really cool stuff. Next week, I got to fly to an auction, an in-person auction, where hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of properties are being sold off, and they're not telling you about it. And I'm going to bring a camera in, and you're going to get to see. Hopefully, if nobody recognizes me. I'm thinking about getting a disguise. I might send the chicken in. But my point being is that it's really cool, and it's a point in life where you get to smile and go, it's like, you're buying Bitcoin and XRP and certain platforms way back when, because you're like, oh, I get it. I know how this is going to go. And now you're just sitting back, and people are still calling you crazy, and you're like, thought I was the richest dude in the room. I guess I'm not, the way you're treating me. But it's true. That's how people treat you. It doesn't matter. See, you could be wealthy and live in your car. I actually heard somebody the other day talk about they are living in their car. I'm not going to say who it was, but they have $45,000 stashed. They've got no debt, and they're living in their car, saving money every month, getting ready for this. I'm like, winner. However, society would look at them and mock and scoff, because they've got some fancy car or a fancy house that they don't even own, right? And it's okay. Let the scoffers scoff. This is all pure garbage. Let the president, the guy that, abuses children, and I only say that because I've seen actual videos of him inappropriately touching children in our, what used to be hollow halls of Congress and things like that, and talk about it, and then, spend most of his presidency on the beach, literally, because they're afraid of him talking. They're also afraid of the current candidate talking. Have you seen if her teleprompter turns off? I mean, come on. She's like, oh. Well, my family had a lawn, and that lawn grew green and lush, and they used to mow that lawn. And you're like, hey, K-pop, stop talking. And that lawn, as it grew, they would like hold their head up high. K-pop, stop talking. You're off script. And I mean, it's bad. And it's so exciting. I don't care what race you are. Every single race. Whites, Asians. Oh my gosh, I said whites first. Blacks. Give me some other races. Native Americans. Everybody's going, hey, I didn't vote for this crap. This is not good. We derailed here somewhere. And everybody's coming together. They actually are unifying us through their lies and thinking we're morons. This is awesome. And you know what? I am what's that word that starts with a D? They call this all despectables, disgruntables. I don't even remember the word. Put it down below. I'm one of those. I am one of those. I'm going to keep crushing it. You're going to keep crushing it. And I got to go vote for Donald Trump. And I got to go, did I say that? And I'm going to vote for pro-life. And I'm going to vote for judges that are not going to be bought off. Hopefully, I don't know. But I'm going to try my hardest to vote in the way that would be pleasing to my Lord and be pleasing to the generations in front of me that are going to be coming down going, hey, thank you for thinking ahead. Thank you for, what's funny? Again, I've said this before. Anyone that would dare say to me, your vote don't matter, I ain't voting. I'll go, man, if you're that lazy, you try everything. And you've came to the point where you go, hey, I'm not going to walk down the street and put my decision down on paper. I'm going to just spew it, loudly on the internet. But it's not even worth the 10 minutes of my life to go do that. Yeah, you're definitely not welcome here. You've lost. You're just not going to be a successful person, right? It's like that one guy that missed the 48 hours for the course for $1, and he bought it, and by the time he bought it, it was at the $10 level, and he's coming unglued asking for a $9 refund. I'm like, no, here's your $10 back, bud, and you're not taking the course because you're never going to be successful. That's just the truth. I fired somebody else up yesterday about that. They left a comment like, no, if you say it's $1, it's $1. You can't charge more. And I go, bro, you can't even listen. I pinned the comment. It's in yesterday's video. You got to see the comments all around it. You don't even listen. I said it's $1 for 48 hours. Then the price went up. There's consequences. When the price goes up, it doesn't. But the point is this. Yeah, people trying to start businesses freaking out over getting legal advice and they had to pay an extra $9 for it. Man, there are certain people I just can't help. They're called Democrats. I'm sorry. That's not an insult. All right. So seriously, just everyone, I hope you guys have a great day. Go crush it. If you want the course, cool. If you don't want to take a course for $20 from a dork like me about corporations and how to start an LLC and all those tips and tricks, definitely this isn't the course for you. Because, I mean, look at me. I have a rubber chicken. All right, guys, the Economic Ninja is